Yes, hello folks, and welcome to the very first live stream of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yay, it's actually here. I don't know how it's here, but it is. And can't believe so many of you are already in chat waiting. 138 viewers, that's insane. Hello folks, good of you to join me this evening, this morning. I suppose we should class it as midnight here in the UK. And I hope you guys enjoyed that nice new intro, courtesy of Lomax there. So some of you might have seen that earlier if you caught the sneak peek. But there it is in all its glory. Absolutely beautiful, in my opinion. Okay, right. So this is the full game, of course. Without any further ado, let's get started. This is going to be a complete playthrough of the game. Ultimately, I would love to get the Platinum Trophy, as I tend to try and do with many of the Final Fantasy playthroughs on this channel. So let's make a start, because it's not going to get itself. New game, we're going to go for the default settings on normal difficulty. And just to clarify, this is the full game. It's the physical release of the game. And we have beautiful opening cinematic, during which I shall be quiet. I'll tell you what, guys. At the start, when I said I was going to be quiet throughout this cinematic, I completely forgot how long it was. So many questions that I missed, I apologise. This is not my first time playing. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought I'd give it an hour to try and get into things so that I have an idea of what I'm doing for the live stream. And that hour soon became 20 hours. But of course, I will be sharing nothing of that adventure with you. This will be a fresh experience for many of you, and I will treat it as such. Who needs to breathe when they're playing FF7 Remake, Scott? Hey? Already got everything we need right here. Oh, I don't know about that, Yum Yum. Just remember, guys, it is 6 minutes past midnight here, way past my bedtime. So I can't promise that the entire stream is going to be coherent. Or skillfully done, I might add. But here we go. Right, we're actually playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Woo! And it's not the demo either. Okay. Although this bit is, of course, very similar to the demo.
You're up.
Yeah, welcome, guys. Sleep is for the weak, Macajacka says. Yeah. Yeah, people that say that aren't tired.
You're coming with us. Nice and easy.
Nah, I'm okay at the minute. I do plan to go for an hour and a half at least tonight. I want to be a little bit careful because I want to do a lot of streaming tomorrow as well, so I need to get up at a respectable time and not look too much like a zombie.
Who in the hell? Hands where I can see them.
So yeah, I know many of you folks watching this have been trying to avoid spoilers as best as possible. You've told me so, which is why I'm operating a spoiler-free stream, at least for the first few streams.
Go ahead.
So if you guys that have played the game could respect your fellow viewer and not share info from the later chapters, then that would be very much appreciated.
That it?
Okay, right, so now that we've got the tutorial for the map out of the way, we can do the thing that I believe really needs to be done, and that is getting rid of the radar system and bringing the mini-map up. I just need to remember how to do it, seeing as how you only do it once each game. Oh, no, it's not from the options, I remember now. It's one of these. There we go. Yeah, it's the L2 button on the PS4 controller toggles through them all, as in the radar mini-map or none at all. And I'm old school. That radar stuff, too much for my brain.
Drop the weapon.
Yeah, I need to, Scott. The problem is I've got a big open space behind me, so it'd have to be like a kind of floating shelf from the ceiling or something. But yeah, I'd love to be able to get the first class edition play arts figure on the webcam somehow. Yeah, honestly, guys, if you played the original Final Fantasy VII, or even if you didn't, you're in for a crazy ride with this game. You really are. It really does get absolutely insane. Matt, what are we talking about? Are we talking about Final Fantasy IX, Red Mario? I see. Okay, well, no, that's good info to note. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, our Final Fantasy IX playthrough has taken a little bit of a backseat for the time being. I'd imagine for the next few weeks, maybe a little bit longer. Depends how long it takes us to conquer this master. Hello, Dwayne. No, this is not the demo. This is the full version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. We are starting it, however, from the very beginning. So this first chapter is, of course, the chapter that the demo has. So it's going to be very similar, but then we'll continue on into chapter 2.
What was his name again?
Need some caffeine already.
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig.
Wow, we've just broken 200 viewers. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us on our live stream here this evening. Good to have you.
Real joy to look
I hope you guys enjoy the playthrough.
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
Yeah, just in case you're just joining us, I've got a whole ton of plans for this game on the channel. I've already got like 17 videos recorded, ready to upload in terms of guides and what have you for various bits and bobs.
They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Wedge.
Can you hear my voice over the game audio okay? I can turn it up a little bit more. I don't want it too loud because when the battles kick off, you won't hear what I'm saying then.
Money, Merc. Every last gil.
Oh, Dan can hear, that's good. Yeah, he is a bit, isn't he? Yeah.
Get him, boy! Bring it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are very similar to the original Final Fantasy VII, and a lot of things that are very different. But again, due to spoilers, I'm not going to comment too much about it. Yeah, you do have a shortcuts menu, which is really helpful, actually.
Nothing to it.
I mainly use it just to unleash the Braver ability over and over. But you can assign pretty much anything else to it as well. Hey, Crystal Pulse, welcome. Oh, fantastic to hear. Yeah, the DLC summons, they're pretty good actually. I don't think they're available as of yet. They are Cactuar, Chocobo, Chicken, Carbuncle, depending on which edition of the game you purchased. We can acquire them now, but we can't use them until a little bit later on. I haven't actually tested them out properly yet on my main playthrough, so Carbuncle's kind of a unique one. As you guys will probably know already from Carbuncle in other games, he's actually not the same as the other summons because he's not a damaging summon. He's a healing summon and a buffing summon, just like he is in the others. Hey, Cletus, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the super chat. 5 for being late and 5 for tea. I appreciate that, Cletus. And thanks as well to Fina, Yum Yum, and Daniel for your super chats earlier as well. Appreciate that.
Huh. Not so fast. We've got company.
I can show you the trophy list if that's what you want to see. It's not that exciting at the moment because most of them are hidden. So you're probably better off finding it online. Most of the spoilery trophies are hidden, you see. And obviously you got your trophies for beating the chapters, and then a load of hidden trophies as well. So that's why I haven't shown it to you. There's really not a whole lot to see in terms of exciting stuff. Okay. That's your trophy list. Yeah, there is a hard difficulty. But that isn't available until later.
Job's a job.
Yes, enough!
Hey, come back, you silly dog.
Sorry.
Yes, this is
Never in
normal
doubt.
difficulty. So the 3 difficulties available at the start of the game are normal, easy, and classic. Classic I haven't even touched in the full game. I did try it out in the demo. But it's not really for me, I don't think. I have talked about classic before, so I won't harp on about that now. Yeah, so this is just normal difficulty. The way hard difficulty works, I know a lot of people have been wondering about this, is it's unlocked once you've completed the main campaign on normal difficulty. And it sort of works as a new game plus, which means that you don't start it from level 1, but rather you have to have a completed save file, and then you retain whatever you've collected in terms of gear and materia and levels, and then the enemies are actually higher level right from the get-go, if that makes sense. There will be chemo. At least based on the trailer that I saw, where Cloud is a little frog with a Buster Sword on his back. You remember that one?
Come on, Cloud.
Pick up the
Oh, you can pretty much have anything on shortcut. You can change it from the main menu. I'm just using the default setup for now. But yeah, you can put fire on shortcut, cure, anything. There's not that many shortcuts available. I think there's only like 3 or 4. But you can select any of the in-game commands that you have available on a character, or on, you know, that character.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge?
No, you can't
Marco's
use the weapon
storage?
menus yet, Michael. Not until later on.
Ain't holding out on
Most
me,
of the
are you?
menus are locked out.
Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon.
Yeah, it was interesting actually. I was watching the first 2015 trailer for this game, the launch trailer earlier.
Who's there? Door!
And it was interesting because it had the original voice actors, I think from Advent Children in that. And it was kind of strange having heard the new voice actors for so long now, with the demo and with the various trailers recently. Then hearing the Advent Children voice actors for the first trailer.
We can take it.
Very surreal situation. Right, where are you? Yes, and just to clarify, guys, a few people have been asking this. I have not been prompted to download any patch whatsoever. A few people have mentioned the possibility of a day one patch, and I believe that that was posted by somebody on social media, that they'd spoken to a developer about it, and that was said to be happening. But as of right now, nothing. So it's possible once it's launched in all regions, that could be pushed out, but not at the moment.
Command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
Are you ahead of me, are you, Dan?
Careful in there.
Yeah, tonight I'll be planning on live streaming probably until about 1:30, 1:45-ish UK time. That's in the morning, of course. But then tomorrow I'm going to be streaming a lot more. So I do want to get a good night's sleep. But of course, Final Fantasy 7 remakes do not come out all the time, do they? So I had to go for
Looks like the elevator's on another
launch
floor.
stream here.
Mind pushing that button?
But I would definitely like to get past Chapter 1 tonight, for sure. Since, let's be honest, I know many of us have
You know
seen this
Tifa,
already from the
right?
demo.
It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
I didn't actually, Scott. You seen? Oh, Nibelheim.
Cloud! Are you ignoring me?
Cletus.
Tifa and I.
Yeah, that was the Anxious Hearts theme, wasn't it, that was playing then? That's one of my favourite themes in the original Final Fantasy VII. There's something so nostalgic about it. Yeah, so saving works a little bit differently than in the demo. You can't access the save menu through cutscenes, so we'll have to wait a moment. Oh, they're fixed, the chests, Fina. Chests are fixed, I believe.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are
I was sceptical about the new battle system Barbershop. Having played the game for about 20 hours, I've actually kind of got used to it, and I actually really enjoy it now.
Inquiries will not take much longer.
It's a lot better than it was in Final Fantasy 15 anyway.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world.
Yes, David.
The planet
We'll be
bleeds
going for the
green
plats.
like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Oh, I am playing... It is actually tomorrow as well now, Jakos. It's the 10th
Get
here.
out.
But I will be playing later today as well, around the usual streaming time. Yeah, one of the harder trophies that I know of anyway is going to be the hard difficulty trophy. All chapters have to be completed on hard mode. Not only do enemies have new abilities and are much stronger, but here's the thing, you cannot use items in hard mode. So you run out of MP, then it's tough, you cannot throw an ether. Hey Thomas, that's awesome. Thanks for joining us. I think we all learned that lesson with this, didn't we, Crystal Pulse?
So much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for more money.
Yep, no items in hard mode. Yeah, you guys that have already fought the Scorpion Sentinel, the first boss, will probably remember how many items you were throwing around in the demo. Yeah, that's not possible in hard mode, on top of the fact that the boss is harder, of course.
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. These tin cans ain't got nothing on me. Now for the real show. Ain't no thing. Here it comes.
Hello, Chris.
Come on.
Be back with you guys in just a moment. Try not to get slaughtered here. I'll tell you what,
How'd you like
for an inexperienced streamer like me, it's a completely different kettle of fish. Streaming and playing a game, on top of just playing a game. It really, really does make a big difference.
You got that? See ya. Brace yourself.
Yes, you can set other party members as leaders. What that does, you can do that from the battle settings. If you do that, then that means that when battle begins, you'll automatically start by controlling that character. I'm not too fussed about that, to be honest with you. I'm more than happy to start with Cloud. He's outside of, you know, some encounters where it's mostly just ranged enemies. He's a good all-round fighter, in my opinion.
Those things will hurt more than your pride if you're careless. They'll cut you down to size.
Okay, yeah, I was going to mention about saving. So autosave is a thing.
Yeah.
There are many checkpoints, so you don't even need to save manually or that often if you don't want to. But unlike in the demo, there is a manual save option.
To get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
So just to clarify then, a few people have asked about this. You can go for the save load option if you want to do a manual save. Or as you can see in the bottom right there, you can just tap the triangle button and that'll bring you to the save menu here. As you can see, I've deleted all my save files in preparation for a brand new fresh playthrough here for you guys. Shinra, the company of empty cardboard boxes, just all over the place. Hello, Flarewolf. How are you doing?
Not too shabby. You're doing good, Silver.
Yeah, I think something that's really going to be one of like the big changes over the original game that people are really going to warm to, I think, is Jessie. I don't think it's any surprise or spoiler to say that, because many of you play the demo, that her character has changed a lot over the original game. It's just got far more depth to it and nuance. Oh, that's just me not focusing or concentrating there. And it's a good change, in my opinion. Let me through. Look, if you don't want to wait, you can just barge your way through. That's what I was showing you guys there. How can I talk so loud without waking up the family? That's simple. They're in a completely different building to me. So all of my YouTube setup is in the garage on the side of our house, and it's actually not connected to the house. It's about 30 meters away, and we have no neighbors or anything nearby, so I can literally shout at you guys, not that I would, and not disturb a soul.
Phew. Well, we got
The downside is I could suffer a major heart attack right here, and nobody will be none the wiser until the morning when they notice that I haven't actually come inside.
Look,
Yeah, Jesse is awesome.
they don't call those things sweepers for nothing. They can wipe out a whole squad in seconds.
Not if you wipe the floor with them first.
So just before we get to the sweeper, we'll grab the chest. Yeah, one of the things I love as well is how they've reimagined many of the classic enemies from the original Final Fantasy VII. But many of them, they're not like regular enemies. Like the sweeper here was a regular enemy, wasn't it, in Final Fantasy VII? Here it's seen much more of a special encounter.
Ah! We can take this hunk of junk.
That hunk of junk is a heavy weapons platform. If we rush in, we die.
So these guys are fairly weak to the old
Need to hit
thunder
it with
spell.
magic. That should give us an opening.
And I'm missing all my materia that I had earlier on my other playthrough. Let's chuck the old potion. So, it's a good idea to take control of Barrett in this fight for
Give it all you got.
reasons of being able to build his ATB up faster and get access to Thunder more often. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we?
So we knock it down again. No time to complain.
And now we'll Thunder again. And that might stagger him. No. Okay, physical attacks do the staggering here. There we go.
Now's our chance. Go.
Don't need to tell me twice. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it's down. Yeah, welcome guys, those of you just joining us on stream. This is the full version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. We're just playing through Chapter 1 right now. But then we'll be moving on to Chapter 2 this evening as well. Oh, that's interesting, Martin. What is that then? A Shinra thing or something? Shinra code? I've not heard of that. Oh, that's very decent of you though, dude. I would not be surprised in the slightest, Michael.
Gotta set the bomb at the bottom.
Yeah. If the Final Fantasy VII Remake is a financial success, which, let's be honest, it's almost certainly going to be, although it doesn't have to just be this first part, because it's going to be released over multiple games, the whole project's got to be a financial success. But if they can keep the quality high and keep people invested, and they're making just as much money by the end of the final part, then for sure Square are not going to want to stop things there. And there is going to be more Final Fantasy remakes, I can almost guarantee it. They've already dropped a few hints over the last few months about perhaps remaking Final Fantasy VIII. Well, they haven't said they're going to do it, but a few of the higher-ups have mentioned how they would like to see it. Hey, Scott, thank you so much for the super chat, for staying up to stream for us. We've missed you, Fuzz. Oh, I've missed you guys as well.
This won't take long.
Yeah, it's been good for me, though, having this week off. It's meant I've got to record some other content and just refresh my mind a little bit.
Take the lead.
About damn time.
Bring it.
Get your ass out of here.
Yeah, good to have you here, Douglas. And everybody else that's joining us as well. Hey, thanks, Brad.
You think if we
Yeah, live streaming is actually a relatively new thing for me.
score?
I've done it from time to time over the years, but up until last year when we live streamed Final Fantasy VIII, I hadn't really done it on a regular basis. But you guys seem to enjoy it, so I'm happy to do it.
That's that.
By the way, a little tip for you guys. Yeah, of course, when there's a ranged enemy, you can switch to Barrett. But another thing you can do is if you keep tapping square with Cloud, he will actually leap into the air and stay in there for quite a substantial amount of time while you take out the enemy. If you hold square down as you normally would to get a multiple succession of attacks in, then he won't actually stay in the air. But if you keep tapping it, then he does. Little thing that I tested out myself.
Let's do this.
And it does work.
Do this.
Okay then, right. I'm actually a little bit nervous about this boss because it does require some concentration. So I just need to make sure my lips are nice and moist. Hey, thanks for the super chat there, Marty. You off to bed,
All
are you?
right.
Well, good night.
Let's see if little Stamp really
Thanks for
can
joining
bite
us.
the hand that feeds. Go on.
Greetings,
Do
Philip.
the honors. Prove to me
And
you're
two
the man
scoundrels
Tifa
as well.
says you
Yeah,
are,
good to have you both.
That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I love the music in the remake, the various remixes of the original soundtrack. It's kind of strange, though, that many of the boss fights use the normal battle music remix rather than the boss battle music remixed. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I don't mind, I love it, but... this is the only Final Fantasy Jordan that's received a full proper, you know, like PS4 remake. There have been other remakes, though,
Your call, Merc.
for various other systems, such as Final Fantasy 3, 4, and I guess other games as well, like Final Fantasy Type 0, which was originally a PSP game, I believe, received a remake for the... I don't know if you call it a remake, that'd be more of a remaster for PS4. But really, for the Final Fantasy 7 remake here, this is a first in many ways. Let's go for 20 minutes.
Pretty cocky, ain't
I
you?
actually don't know if it makes any difference going for 20 or 30. In the demo, you get an extra scene,
You
but in the full
double-crossing.
game, I don't know if it makes any difference whatsoever.
Heads up.
Yeah, in many ways, this game, Space is right. It's more of like a reboot
Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
than anything
Got
else. It
reinforced
really
armor
does its
plating,
own thing in
but
many
the
ways.
Eternals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
I'm going to switch over to Barrett, seeing as how he's the Thunder King right now, and we can't switch materia out or anything. Oh, he's not firing at us, okay. Okay, now he will be. No, he's got the Hots for Cloud at the minute.
Didn't I
That's
tell you
weird.
to use
Normally the
magic?
boss will attack whoever you're controlling, but I
whatever
guess
you
because
want.
this boss targets specific party members, that isn't the case right now. So let's start unleashing the Thunder Spells. Hey Marty, thanks so much for the next super chat. You was just about to go to bed until now. Ah, yeah, it kind of draws you in, doesn't it?
Hell yeah! You see the damage I did?
Keep it up.
Right, let's try and get some damage in here as well. When the Scorpion sensing out is pressured, you can actually build up its stagger gauge quite quickly.
It's on you.
The only thing is about using Thunder Spells, you do have to be a little bit cautious about your MP, because Barrett, unfortunately, has two of the most important spells for this encounter, Thunder and Cure.
The hell is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, there we go.
Bingo.
Okay,
Focus
so
on
we
that
need
core.
to
Oh, now he remembers.
unleash fire spells, I think, on that thing. I don't think Thunder Spells work on it, if I'm not mistaken.
No escape.
Yeah, there we go. You have to use fire spells on the field generator. I've tried using Thunder Spells on it before, and it just says immune. Right, let's go for some good old-fashioned healing, shall we? With potions and the like.
Correct.
Yeah, it can be, can't it? It can be. Sometimes I find it easier just to block damage rather than trying to dodge it. Except that ability there really needs to be dodged. Oh, not good, not good.
Need to do something about these wounds. Another barrier?
Okay. So we need to cast fire on that thing. There we go, just had to make sure we had the ATB for it.
Need a light. Think it through.
Come on, come on, come on. Let's get Barrett on healing duty for now, while we get to the barrier on Cloud. We might have to throw some ethers around in a moment. Right, there goes the barrier. Remember, guys, need to use fire, not thunder.
Brace yourself.
I dodged. Oh, I'm not going to get away from that. Oh, no, I did. Just about. Cloud didn't. Yeah, the AI doesn't always dodge as perhaps you'd like it to. Oh, it's still not staggered. There we go. That's more like it. Right, can we unleash a thunder here? Yeah. Staggering bosses is sometimes a bit of a nuisance if they're crossing phases, because that interrupts the stagger completely. Yeah, this is the full game.
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
It just happens to be Chapter 1, which is the same as the demo
Take cover behind
in many
that debris.
ways. May as well use this potion supply. We've got a fair bit of it. And then Barrett can ether himself, I think, at this stage.
Strike now, before it fires again. Bring it. Here it comes.
Oh, this guy's going crazy, but I don't mind. He's building up our ATB. Okay, we've got a limit, have we? Oh, nice. Could possibly save this for later, but let's just get it out there. What? How can he flipping dodge like that mid-limit break? Did you guys see that? I was robbed then. Absolutely robbed. Literally in the middle of the limit break, he decided to jump out of the way.
Armor in the reactor. Heads up! Tail laser!
That was crazy.
I see it.
Then take cover already!
Yeah, thank you, Grant. In some places they do, Cletus, yes.
Strike now, before it
In some
fires
places
again.
they don't, is my experience.
Bring it. Right. Come on.
Stinger Salve, I'm not sure what that ability is, I can't remember. Oh right, he just jumps over the other side, does he? Exciting. Okay, this is where things really start to get real now, isn't it?
Incoming. Take cover.
Tail laser, okay, we dodged that.
Want to get shot? Be my guest.
Yeah, they really don't like each other, Cloud and Barrett, right now, do they?
Now, go!
Okay, staggered, but for how long? Probably not very. Okay, I think we need it there now. The final stage will be happening, the final phase. He starts healing himself. It's good to have some MP here. You can actually kill the legs quite quickly with a thunder spell. Oh, thank you, Number. And Dope, thanks for subbing. Appreciate that.
Damn it.
Yeah, for those new to the channel, got a whole load of plans for this game.
Oh, I am way ahead of you.
Right, let's kill the left leg first. Is it down?
It's down.
Yes, it is.
Rain, how are you?
Right, we'll switch over to Barrett's. That way we can build up his ATB a little bit faster. Finish that right leg before we get any serious healing off.
And down goes another. Oh, you in for it now.
Try this.
Dodge the field. Too slow. What the heck is that ability?
Steady.
Wow, this is crazy. I do not remember him going this crazy at the end of the fight. Last time I've done him. I think it's just because we've killed his auto repair unit. And he's not happy about that. He's really not happy, is he?
Sorry.
Yeah, he's down. There we go. Alright then, guys. I can actually try and catch up on some of your messages again now. Yeah, thank you. Quite a few of you in chat have said that you watched the original Final Fantasy VII playthrough that I did. And now you've come to join me for the remake, which is awesome.
Shit, the bomb!
Yeah, that's generally a running theme, Dwayne, with this game. It is a lot more difficult than the original. The original Final Fantasy VII, outside of a few encounters, isn't really that challenging, let's be honest. There are some bosses, don't get me wrong, that
You
do
hear
give you a
that?
run for your money,
Damn
but as a
thing
game
shows
as a
you how
whole,
it's
it's
done.
not that hard.
Come on, we've got to move.
The remake does require some concentration,
Should be covering our way out. Go,
and this is
go,
normal
go.
difficulty. But don't take that for granted, you can get killed quite easily if you're not paying attention, such as not having much health there. It does take some getting used to, Michael, if you're not used to this style of combat. It did take me quite a bit of getting used to when I played the demo, but when you do,
Concentrate.
then it's actually alright to tell you the truth. It's very different to the original FF7. Don't be deceived by the ATB bar. It doesn't really feel like the original in any way in terms of combat, in my opinion. Doesn't mean it's bad, it's just very different. Okay, you do get a trophy, Maka Jacka says, if your party gets wiped out. That's interesting. There are some things I could say about that, Scott, but for the sake of spoilers, I'm not going to. But if you think it's like that now, just wait.
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you?
Yeah, absolutely,
My
Grant.
hero.
Hey, we'll link up over there. Look after Jesse.
Come this way. This route should lead us straight to there. Probably.
Who knows, Cletus?
I think I see an exit. Come on.
Who knows what tech Jessie has access to, eh? She has her contacts. Right, she tells us off here for looting this chest.
Look back. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But I'm sorry, if Shinra are going to leave potions lying around the place, then I'm going to swab them.
We're running
Chemo
out of
says if Disney characters start showing up, then he's out of here.
time. Sorry, it keeps me focused.
Well, with Tetsuya Nomura, you never know. Nah, I'm only joking. That man gets a lot of hate, but he's not the only one making these games, is he?
There it.
I've got you covered.
Yeah, that's very true. The way hard mode works over this game, guys, it's not like it is with the other difficulties. You can't just pick hard mode and play the game. You can only use a completed save file from normal or easy, probably. And then you select which chapter you want to play, and you keep all your stuff like as a new game plus. That's the only way to do hard mode. Enemies are much stronger, they're much higher level, and you can't use items in battle either. But also, once you've completed the game, you can replay any chapter you want at any time, which is going to be really helpful when just picking up certain trophies and stuff that can only be earned at certain points in the game. So you haven't got to replay the whole thing. Right, here comes the second sweeper. Hey, Steve, thanks for subbing.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah, even though this guy isn't ranged, Barrett's a good person to control because you can build his ATB up faster to start unleashing those thunder spells. Which, of course, they don't like, the mechanical enemies. Oops.
All right. Brace yourself. Keep it together. Taking over. That's it. Get ready.
Nice.
You're done.
It's very satisfying staggering an enemy, isn't it?
Not bad.
And then destroying them like that with tons of damage. One of the fun things about, or the fun aspects of the combat in this game, it is quite satisfying. I know a lot of people are a little bit nervous about having the stagger mechanic back because of its connotations with Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain to you guys earlier. If you tap the square button in quick succession, you can effectively use Cloud as a long-range character. If you hold the square button down, then he won't stay in the air, but if you keep tapping it, he does stay in for a good few hits. Definitely no less than you'll get out of Barrett's auto attack anyway each time before that recharges. Yeah. Oh no, Blake. I mean, I agree. I think because Final Fantasy 13 is generally universally hated, so often people just see any kind of correlation with that game as a negative thing, don't they? Which is understandable if they really don't like it, but... Right, these shock troopers are fairly challenging, actually, but they are weak to fire.
That was
Right, we'll throw a couple of potions around before we move on. Yeah, I think we've got all the items from this dungeon so far. Help if we go the correct way, of course. Oh, there we go.
You're on your own.
Embarrassingly, I got lost there for a second. It's late. It's 10 to 1 here in the UK. It's way past my bedtime. But I have to stream. Yeah, this is actually possibly outside the boss battle, one of the more challenging encounters in this particular part of the game, in this particular chapter.
Let's finish it.
Yeah, something I did do on my previous playthrough, which I really need to do because it's throwing me off here at some point, is adjust the right stick in combat. Because right now, it switches party members rather than adjusting the camera. Which is fine if that's what you're used to, but it's not what I'm used to, and it's throwing me off a little bit. Okay, there we go. Like I say, that is one of the more challenging encounters. I think that's the final fight here. Yeah, I'm playing on normal difficulty number. Yeah, this is normal difficulty. Oh, I've still got some caffeine left. A bit cold now.
Sir.
Yeah, I'm a Sonic fan, Jordan. I mean, not crazy. I don't dress up as Sonic or anything or do cosplay, but, you know, I grew up on Sonic the Hedgehog when all of my friends, back when I was younger, had the Super Nintendo and were playing Mario. My parents got me a Mega Drive, or Genesis for you Americans, and I was playing Sonic the Hedgehog. And then Sonic 2, and then Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which was the best in my opinion. Though I'll admit, Sonic had a hard time making his way into the 3D era. Sonic 3D Blast. I tried so hard to like that game.
Come on, come on.
It was so hard to play. Hey, Scott, thank you so much for the super chat. Late night tea and lip balm. Oh, yes. We sneak it all out, don't we, at this time? When everybody else is in bed, the lip balm comes out. Oh, I don't think there's ever going to be any beat in the original Dr. Stein, man.
Couldn't. Believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
If this game can introduce a new generation to Final Fantasy VII, then that makes me happy because it is my favourite game of all time, the original,
Okay,
and that's
that
probably
was
never going to
pretty cool.
change.
All right, come
But
on.
enough time has passed now that a lot of people didn't know about it. And there we have it, the end of Chapter 1. Well, nearly. I don't think I have actually Fina for potions. No, I use the shortcut menu more for the special abilities like Braver and Focus Thrust. But yeah, healing's a good option, so good point. Some tips for you guys there, look. This will be the bit that you haven't seen.
Letter. Maybe it triggered a reaction with the Mako?
Well, let's hope
Oh,
the
that was
city's
weird.
still in one
YouTube
piece.
decided to cut me
The
out
planet's what matters.
and then start up again. Did you guys get disconnected there?
I mean, this must have helped some.
That was really
After all
weird.
that, it had better have. Anyway, let's get going. We in Sector 8?
That'd be just down there.
All right, then.
That was really strange.
You got it.
Are you guys still okay to watch? Still working for you? I'm not sure what happened then.
Watch out
YouTube
for
just
live
said,
wires. They're
your stream has
everywhere.
now ended. I didn't press anything. My connection was fine. And then bang, I didn't press anything and it was back.
The air in
Must have
here
been a
reeks.
YouTube bug.
Can't wait to get out in the open.
That was really strange. That's never happened to me before in the history of streaming. But you guys are
what
still
is
here,
that?
so
I've never smelled anything so
that was
foul.
weird.
Oh, it's me. Gotta do something about that. And soon.
Oh well, here we are, look. This is the bit that you won't have seen if you only played the demo. Or only seen the demo.
I felt that one in my guts.
They just keep on coming.
We need to get out of this place.
Yeah, this bit was actually the very, very, very first trailer that was released in 2015 for this game. But it looks a lot different then than it does here.
I'm running on empty here.
Oh yeah, I'm planning on keeping things going for now, for
Next
sure.
time I'll have to bring a little pick-me-up.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, that was really weird. Don't know what happened there. Sorry about that, guys, if it interrupted your viewing
How
pleasure.
much farther do we have to go?
Not far.
Grab the potions.
That's about as good a place as any.
Stand back then. I'll set the bomb.
Maybe a lot of people
Can't wait to see
are
you,
using
Marty.
the YouTube servers
wait
to
to
stream
check
this
out
game at the
some more.
moment. And they can't handle it. Yeah, I can't imagine it being that, Cletus. Because it's released now. It's the 10th, and Square said that you're safe to stream after that point, so
She's good to go.
I can't imagine it being anything untoward on either their part or YouTube's part. It must have just been a bug. Ah, could have been Yum Yum. You got signed out, did you? That's interesting.
Let that be a lesson to anything that gets in my way.
Yeah, it is Badger, isn't it, from Breaking Bad? You're right, Wedge. Everybody recognises his voice. He's got a very unique voice, hasn't he, Badger?
Attention,
Or the person that plays Badger.
all citizens. This is an alert from the Shinra Emergency Operations Center. Unidentified intruders have detonated a bomb inside Mako Reactor 1. Multiple explosions have been confirmed, as well as ongoing fire. In response, a disaster warning has been issued in sectors 1 and 8.
I'll probably play for about another 45 minutes or so this evening,
Rendering
and then we'll pick things up again tomorrow from where we leave off.
Therefore, all residents of
No. No way.
This couldn't have been us, could it?
Oh yeah, good point, Blue Phoenix. I reckon you'll be waiting a while for that, though. Hey, thanks, Fina.
Done.
Merc's right. It ain't pretty, but we can't stop now. This was just the first reactor, and the planet won't be safe till we get the rest.
Yeah. We always knew this was gonna get messy.
And this is only the beginning.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice. Though you may not be crying out, I know you're in pain, just like the planet. But it's okay, cause I'm here for you, to help take the load off your shoulders. Your fears, your worries,
Don't worry,
your
Cletus.
concerns,
You haven't heard my jokes yet, have you?
your fears.
I'll try and resist.
Whatever your problem, I got you.
Oh, Scott.
So, what's our next move, boss?
That's easy enough.
Yeah, I love this music as well. This particular remix of the Shinra theme. Those of you that were present earlier might have heard it as part of the pre-stream. It's... I wasn't particularly partial to the Shinra theme in the original Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't anything, you know, greater than anything else that was in that game. But this remix, this orchestral remix, really does gets the shivers going.
We'll split up and shoot for the last train home. Regroup in the
Yeah,
freight
just as a
car.
warning, guys,
Got
this
it?
is a very heavy story-driven chapter. And it deviates somewhat from the original Final Fantasy VII, so...
Hey,
spoiler alert if you're going to be playing this yourself and want to experience things for the first time there, outside of what you've already seen. So our mission, however, is the same as in the original game. We are to make our way back to Avalanche's base, which is in Sector 7. Which means we need to get to the train.
I don't need to tell you what this is, right?
of course not. It's healing materia.
You can have it.
Oh, that's
For
awesome,
saving my life.
smurfing. Yeah, we got the Platinum Trophy, didn't we, recently, in Final Fantasy VII Original?
Yeah.
Live
Fact
streaming.
is, I'm lucky you were there.
Survival can be a matter of luck or skill. And you can't rely
Yep, so this is where we first get access to the materia
Where's the
system
Wi-Fi?
in Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, well, thanks.
You do know how to use it, right?
You do know what I was, right?
Okay, I'm going to skip the tutorial. Hopefully we'll figure things out for ourselves here. So all we're going to do is keep the fire materia equipped. Materia, to be honest with you, works pretty much identical to the original game. You equip your materia, you earn AP after battle, and level it up. So right now, for example, our fire materia is level 1, which means we can only use fire, or fire 1, for those of you that prefer the original naming, which actually was mistranslation of the naming that's now in the remake. And then later on, once we've got 300 AP, we'll be able to use fire, and then fire gar. We can also throw on the healing materia that Jesse's just given us. And it's kind of handy that Cloud has fire materia right now because the enemies in this sector are going to be humanoid enemies, which are weak to fire because apparently people don't like the flames.
For being so brave. That really was the ride of a lifetime. Well, see you on the train.
Ah, that's interesting. I did not know we can now use summoning materia already. I actually thought that the DLC summons were unlocked when we actually earned our first in-game summon, which isn't until much later on. But apparently that's not the case, so we can use our DLC summons now. Carbuncle, Cactuar, and Chocobo Chick. Now, the only one I personally haven't seen in action through playing is Cactuar, so maybe we can start with that one. Cactuar, the role of Cactuar is to deal fixed damage with the ultimate attack of 10,000 needles, question mark. I don't know what that means with a question mark. Sort of like, is it 10,000 needles or isn't it? Maybe we can equip it and find out, but just to clarify, Chocobo Chick is a pretty decent summon as well. It gives you access to all of the elements, so whichever enemy you're fighting, you'll be able to exploit its weakness. And then the ultimate attack is a flare attack, which is non-elemental, as any Final Fantasy veteran will tell you. And then finally, Carbuncle, as I mentioned, is a unique summon because it's not a damaging summon. It's a summon that's there to heal and support your party with buffs and what have you. So let's go ahead and start with Cactuar. Now, unlike in the original Final Fantasy VII, you cannot simply summon a summon whenever you want to. You do have to wait for it to pop up in battle, and they're only going to do that in battles that drag on. So you can't do it in every fight, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll get to see it in action at some point. And what we're going to do now is just run around this area, making our way ultimately towards the objective marker, but also collecting treasures. By the way, guys, you can also chat to the characters as you go. Many of them have interesting things to say. Obviously, with the destruction of the Marco reactor over there, a lot of people's lives here have been destroyed. And they really do try and get the atmosphere going here, Square do. And you can just chat to people and they'll just explain to you their devastation, or at least mention it in one-line dialogues. Yes, that is very true. You can't get the platinum immediately because you do need to beat the game on hard difficulty, but you can't do that until you've unlocked hard difficulty by beating the campaign on normal. I don't know if you can unlock it on easy, but maybe somebody else that plays it on easy can confirm that.
I said look up! Careful up here. This could collapse at any moment. If you want up, you'll have to use those stairs.
If you bought the physical deluxe, unfortunately Cactuar is not included with that. Cactuar is only included with the first class edition, which is the edition I'm using, or the digital deluxe.
Keep pounding them. Get over here.
If you really want to get to the station, you can always climb those stairs. Try picking your way across the rubble.
Oh yes. I think a lot of people are going to be sidelining poor Tifa and Aerith, thanks to the remake in favour of Jessie now, aren't they? Okay, so I think we've got all the loot, which was just a single chest. And I just want to take a moment, just look at this environment. It's absolutely stunning. I really, really love the look of this game. Yes, some have argued it's linear, but it's not Final Fantasy 13 linear. Ah, here we go, another chest. Oh, that's fantastic, Craig. Oh, yes. My mistake. You're absolutely right. I screwed up. Cactuar is with the physical deluxe. It's Carbuncle that's not with the physical deluxe. Yeah, thanks for the clarification there, guys. The physical deluxe edition comes with Cactuar and Chocobo Chick. The digital deluxe edition comes with both of those and Carbuncle. And then the first class physical edition, which is the edition I'm using, also comes with all three. Yeah, good point, Yum Yum. Final Fantasy X was linear, wasn't it? Okay, so we can't go down there.
Stations in
Hello, Jack Frost. Yes, a midnight stream. I don't think I've ever done a midnight stream before. But for this game, I thought I'd make an exception. I will be streaming as well tomorrow, guys. No Fina. As far as I know, he doesn't cast Reflect here. Oh, Nibelheim. It's burning. Yeah, they definitely take a slightly different approach with Sephiroth in the remake. You don't see him until the end of... Well, you don't see him in Midgar at all in the original game. Here, he's thrust into your face immediately. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, was you guys? Well, unless you've seen or played this bit, of course.
He couldn't be. But then...
Hey, Dom, thank you so much for the super chat for the Lip Balm Fun streaming this from work's a bit behind. Nice to see you again, Fuzz. Yeah, good to see you, Dom. Thanks for the support. And the Lip Balm Fund is always welcome. Yeah, I love the way in these early chapters here that the story just really keeps moving, doesn't it? We've only just blown up the reactor and then bang, we're chasing after Sephiroth. Right, so the plan is I'm going to be streaming tomorrow from 1 PM UK time. So it gives me time to get some content recorded and other bits as well. And then we'll go for a good stream then. Oh no, Poochie Head. Proper addiction here.
Wait.
Frosty, thanks for subbing. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's right, Yum Yum. My normal stream time is 2:30 PM UK time in the afternoon. But for the remake, I am going to be streaming quite a bit more over the next week or two. So obviously we've gone for this midnight stream today. And then tomorrow I'll be streaming from 1 PM.
You're dead.
I am.
Yeah, I'll probably be streaming every day for the time being,
Killed you
Chemo.
with my own...
Oh, you need not remind me. It was the crowning moment of our time together. But that was then, and this is now. I have a favor to ask. Our beloved planet.
I'm
is
not
dying
100% on board with Sephiroth's
slowly,
voice here.
silently, painfully. Can you
I
bear
don't
to
hate
see
it.
the planet suffer?
But it's just not quite as I imagined it, if that makes sense, and might just take some getting used to. Hey, thanks, Greg. Appreciate that.
So many things would be lost. Your hometown, that burns so bright. The sound of her voice.
Yeah, I can believe it, Pookie Head. They get so sore now if I don't use it.
The shiver of her flesh yielding to cold steel. That which binds us together would be no more, and I would be loath to live in such a world, which is why I must ask you this one favor. Don't worry, it's a simple thing.
I'm trying to think of Sephiroth here
Cloud.
as, I don't know if you guys saw the remake of Aladdin recently, the Disney film.
You have to live.
And I remember when I first heard, I think it was Jafar, the villain in that. And he was so different to how I remember the Jafar from the cartoon version back when I was a child, who was a really sinister Jafar, the original,
Very good.
that I couldn't take it seriously in the remake.
To that hatred.
But then I realised that was more my problem, and that he wasn't actually that bad. He was just a different take on the character. And maybe it's a similar thing here, really, but not as extreme as that. Hi, Butcher. Thanks for joining us, and greetings to you in Israel.
I'm seeing things. Fumes from all the Mako, maybe.
Oh no, I'm too weak, Pookie Head. I'm too weak. So honestly, guys, this isn't spoilery, so please don't say anything in chat if I'm right or wrong about this, because I genuinely have no idea, but I'm assuming this is something to do with the reunion process. That Sephiroth has activated the cells in Cloud's body. Which is how he could see him, to call him to himself. That's what I'm guessing. I could be completely off base on that, but that's just based on my knowledge of the original game.
I must be seeing things.
Okay.
Should have taken the side streets.
So the music's turned very somber now. Is this one of the new themes? I'm trying to see if I hear if I recognise it. I haven't got the most musical ear, I'll be honest with you guys.
Many homes are at risk. It is not safe to remain indoors. Please leave.
Some of the remixes in this game
Everything was fine then.
change the original themes so much that sometimes you can't immediately recognise what theme it is, but it is actually one of the original themes still. I'm not sure if that's the case here or not.
Sector 8 Expressway.
Yes, they do, don't they, Harry? I'll be interested, really interested to see this game next year running on PS5 and or a high-end PC,
Ongoing fire.
because it looks gorgeous here on PS4. Although there have been some texture issues, although I'm hoping that's going to be fixed with the day one patch.
I repeat.
Nothing yet, but I noticed on my main playthrough I did off stream, there was a few issues with textures, which were really blatant and must have been a bug.
Sector 8 Expressway. You are advised to vacate the area immediately.
What a mess.
The explosions at the reactor have caused numerous ongoing fires. Many homes are at risk. It is not safe to remain.
That's awesome, Lai.
Please leave your residences at once. I repeat.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, you can just soak in the atmosphere here and just chat to some of the characters that are, like, you know, scattered around the place.
Sure you can. After this is
You
all
are
over.
advised to vacate the area immediately. The explosions at the reactor have caused numerous ongoing fires.
I got up to chapter 10 off stream,
It is not safe to remain indoors. Please leave your residences.
which I believe, I could be wrong, is probably, the bit I got to is probably about halfway through the game. And it's, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it was such a crazy moment. I was having so much fun, I had to stop because I want to share it with you guys.
You are advised to vacate the area.
I reckon so, Jordan, yeah.
Have caused numerous ongoing.
But acting perhaps in a slightly different way than in the original game, because I don't remember in the original Cloud actually had flat out visions of Sephiroth. I know he had these weird episodes and stuff, but not in that kind of way, was it?
Not now, honey. I'm sorry.
Once you're on the street, you want to head for the plaza with the fountain. Station's
Oh, that's awesome, Harry. Oh, you've been playing Final Fantasy VIII? Yeah, I did a playthrough. I'm not sure if that's the one you're watching. Last year for the remastered version. We got the Platinum Trophy. That was a fun one. Yeah, over 200 people watching, so undoubtedly many of you are probably new to the channel or have just come across it recently. So if I've not spoken to you before, welcome. It's good to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so we've got a materia over there, but we can't grab it yet, so we'll leave it for now. We'll get it in a short while.
Feeling something bad was going to happen.
Yes, this is the street where we see Aerith in the opening cinematic, isn't it? And there she is, just dawdling about the place. Yeah, see you later. Maters, thanks for joining us. Yeah, it could be, Shana, could be. I've only heard, Kyle, what he sounds like from the trailers.
You are too weak to save anyone. Not even yourself.
I do actually think they made the right choice with Sephiroth in terms of showing him earlier than we got to see him in the original.
Are you okay?
I wasn't on board with it at first when we saw him in the trailers, but having played the game, it does work, I think. It really
Here,
keeps things moving,
for you.
but there is still that mystery there as to what the heck is going on.
Flower?
That's right. It's a gift. You know, for scaring those things away.
What things?
Never mind. Think of it as a memento.
Hey, Sue Bassatru.
Just my luck.
Oh, not long now, your game's
heard that.
installing, eh? That's exciting. I've got to choose how much. I want to know what happens if you reject the flower, but you can't do it, can you?
How
Just
much?
look at that face.
Well, that depends on the customer. In your case, it's on the house.
Huh?
Lovers used to give these when they were reunited.
Look, I'm involved in things. Dangerous things.
Oh, I'm sure you are. So?
So keep your distance.
Wait, you think someone's out to get you? Is that what you're all worked up about? Relax.
Oh, is that
No
right?
one's
Is it you still get the flower? You can't not get it in this version.
A Mako reactor just blew.
Yeah, see you later, maters. Thanks for stopping by.
Help me!
Yeah, this is definitely one of the new plot points of the remake that wasn't in the original. The Watchmen of Fate, which is what they've been announced as way before the game even came out, so we can say that.
What are they?
I don't know anything about them yet. But a creation of Nomura, we probably never will find out anything about them. Nah, that man gets a lot of slack. I'm sure they'll be fully explained by the end of the game.
Blind?
You know, you're
Hey, Bonneton. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you liked the Final Fantasy XII guide. That was a fun one to make.
Wait!
nice meeting you.
Yeah, see you later, Ares.
Sword on the ground! Right now!
And we're off again. Oh, the battle theme, I love it. Yeah, you'll be hearing many different variants of the Final Fantasy VII battle theme, which I believe is called Those Who Fight, or Fight On, I can't remember the exact name. But there's multiple versions of it in the remake.
Calling fire. Not bad.
Okay, right, so, we need to go back first of all to grab the materia that we couldn't get previously. Now, there are going to be some extra fights here. Do I have fire on? No, I don't. Okay. We need to sort our shortcuts out, really. Oh yeah, I think Final Fantasy VIII probably will be the next remake if they do another one and all the 7 episodes are complete, because that's the only other one they've mentioned so far, isn't it? Yeah, you can't use shortcuts out of battle, unfortunately, so you'd have to go to the menu if you want to heal with potions or whatever. One thing, I know it's a little thing, but one thing I've noticed is that from the original game, I don't know why they've done this, but they've switched the triangle and the cross buttons. So in the original game, triangle opened the menu, and the cross button was your, you know, your loot button, your confirm button, whereas here, triangle's the confirm button, and the cross button opens the menu. It's a little thing, I don't know why they did that, but they did. Okay, so we got the materia, I think that's all there is to get from around here. Okay, yeah, see you later, thanks for stopping by. Sue Bassatru. Yeah, so we can swap the materia out with the new one. I don't think I'm going to because the healing and fire materia are too useful. But HP up, as you can see, starts off with a 10% HP boost. And that goes up once it's level to 5 to 50% HP boost. I don't think I've got any other equipment. Oh, we can't. Oh, no, we can change equipment. But yeah, I haven't got any. So the 2 materia slots are all... they're all that we've got, and I need to keep fire and cure, really. So let's just have a gander around here. We've got another materia over there. We'll grab that. Okay, I think that's where we need to go, where the fountain is. Oh, try and dodge the bomb.
That it?
So we'll just have a quick nosy on down where Aerith ran off to. So deadly dodge materia. I don't think I've really used that all that much. It's quite a defensive materia. What did I say? Did I call it by the name that means Sony's going to sue me or something? Yeah, they actually made a video, didn't they, a few months ago, clarifying that it's cross, not an X. Stop calling it an X, they said. It's not an X. We didn't design an X, we designed a cross. The others aren't letters, they're symbols. So's this one. They got really tetchy about it, didn't they? No, Blue Phoenix. All it's got is the block ability and the dodge ability.
All clear. Show me your hand.
Which I'm happy about, to be honest, because action games are not really my thing normally. Because I suck at them.
You're done.
But I think folks that obviously really like action games, I really want to try and get this one staggered, will probably be sad that there's not a whole lot of other action mechanics. We'll heal up after this battle.
Let's finish this. That's that. Not bad.
Yeah, so you don't need to use your ATB bar outside a battle, even for healing, but you do need to use it in battle. Oh yeah, it's not box, it's box, not square, and it's pyramid, not triangle, I bet, isn't it, Tiger? Okay, right, where are we going? Okay, grabbing chests and stuff. That sounds wrong. Opening chests. Oh, power wrist guards. That sounds like something we can equip immediately, doesn't it? Increase strength by 5%. Nice. Not a huge boost, but it's there. It's free. We may as well use it. Omni Slasher is way OP on disc 1. Yeah, that was fun to get on our last playthrough, wasn't it, Red Mario? I think I'm too old for serious action games, Bonnet. My reactions just aren't up there, unfortunately. We'll see how I handle hard mode of this game once we finally get there and unlock it.
Time to burn. Get ready.
That's enough.
Right, I think there's a lot of enemies here. And even now we're still in combat because we have to go and clear the whole area. This is probably one of the lengthier battles in terms of normal enemies we've had to do so far. And you can die if you're not paying attention. And these grenadiers like to throw grenades, as you can imagine. So be prepared to dodge those things. Are we still in combat? Yes, we are.
You are clear to engage.
So where's the enemy?
Target is headed for the station.
Ah, shock troopers, nice. Right, let's keep throwing those fire spells. You can get a sort of AoE effect if enemies are close by when you cast spells. I don't think there's all materia in this game like there was in the original. Right, is one dead because we're running a little bit low on the old HP here. So could really do with building up some ATB here, please. Ah, what the heck, let's just keep going without healing, shall we? Come on, stagger, stagger, stagger. Yes.
Now you're in for it.
Oh, we could limit break.
Don't let him escape! Give up!
Please tell me that's the end, because I've got no... Oh, it's not, man. Okay, we definitely need to heal now. There ain't any way we're going to get out of that, or this is going to be game over. And I do not want that at this stage, or any stage. I should probably use my limit, but I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a tougher enemy in a moment. But once you've left combat, your limit gauge resets, so don't hold on to it. Ah, there we go. Look, see if we can get to use it in the end. Should have just used it, not to worry. It's not, Chaz. No, the remake goes up to where you leave Midgar. So not all of the Disc 1 content from the original game. But the Midgar section has been completely expanded upon into a full-size game.
But the rooftops are clear.
Okay, any other items? Actually, the camera seems to be forcing us into the direction it wants us to go in, I think.
Don't let him get away! No matter what!
And there's more enemies coming. Wonderful. Just checking for more loot. Okay, let's try and avoid those enemies if we can. Okay, let's head up. I don't think there will be an official strategy guide, sadly. I think it would have been announced if that was going to be the case by now, and it hasn't been. Even the Ni no Kuni 2 strategy guide, which came out a few months after the release of the game, was announced before the release of the game. And that was the most delayed strategy guide I've ever seen for a game, in terms of official guides. So I don't think it will. There will be one.
It's all or nothing now.
Right, we've got a new iron bangle, which will be better than our current bangle of bronzeness. That means we can actually put in a different piece of, or a new piece of materia, such as either HP up or deadly dodge. Attack command will do area damage immediately after dodging. I think we should go for HP up. I'm probably not skilled enough for deadly dodge. Whereas HP up, it's just a nice passive effect that doesn't do anything. Or that doesn't require you to do anything. Right, we're going up here. Yeah, when do you guys predict that part 2 will come? Where the heck am I supposed to be going? I've no idea. Oh, if I come the wrong way, it's because I was not paying attention and messing about with my materia. I'm predicting that part 2 will be 2022. I think 2 years seems to be about as good a guess as any. Right, that's the way we want to go. Yay! Cloud's insisting on going back the way we've come. Look! Stop it!
Don't underestimate him.
Okay, these enemies with shields, riot troopers, are a bit of a pain because you have to attack them from behind. They are kind of weak, look, but you need to get them from the rear or hit them with magic, I believe. Oh, 2021, Josh. That would be sooner than I expected if that is the case. I mean, it could be.
I see him.
They'll probably want to, in my opinion, leave it because the exclusivity period for this game runs out in 2021, this time next year, which means it's undoubtedly going to be coming out on Xbox and PC and PS5 and all of that stuff. And I don't know if they'd want to have Part 2 coming out immediately after that, because they'd want to market that and get the most out of that first in terms of milking it for money. So that's why I suspect 2022 is probably a more appropriate year, because it gives an extra year then after the end of the exclusivity to sell it on other systems and stuff, Part 1. If that makes sense. Yeah, a couple of people have said that it's going to be another 5 years, but I don't see that at all. They've pretty much probably done the bulk of the work for the whole project, haven't they, now that we've got the first part out. Oh, that was a stupid idea. Coming down here with those enemies. Got to run all the way back now, and you can't sprint in battle. Right, we'll kill the enemies, and then we'll head back up those ramps, because I think there's a little bit of loot, maybe. Okay, it's these riot troopers. Still not enough. Oh, come on. That's more like it. Now we can fire. I'm stunned. Not good. Not good. I can't do anything. Okay, let's stand back a bit. It's those grenades. They're like stun grenades. They're evil. Evil things. Okay, right. Let's kill these guys. I know that we're low on health, but let's try and one-shot the one with the most health. Uh-oh. Grenade, 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 grenade. Yes, I know that. Okay, let's try and build up our health here, whilst also not dying. I mean, build up our ATB while also not dying. Right. Okay, we did it, we did it. I didn't even need to heal. Yeah, that was living on the edge a bit. I probably should have healed in the battle, but thought we'd take the risk. Right, there's a chest over here. Oh, I feel sorry for the store owner. Got a lot of extra work to do in the morning. Hiya, Neil. Yeah, thanks for the tip. Nah, we were fine, look. Absolutely fine. No danger of dying whatsoever. Takes more than 2 riot troopers and 3, what were they, soldiers, grenadiers or something, to stop us, doesn't it? We're ex-soldier. Our first Moogle medal, which don't come into use until much later on.
Enemy combatant, you have been warned. Surrender yourself to public security immediately. You have nowhere to run.
Okay. Let's get rid of the riot trooper.
No escape. You're mine.
Simple stagger followed by a braver attack. Seems to be enough to finish these guys off, mostly. There we go. Hey, level hype! We're level 10. Yeah, do you get invulnerability with a rolling dodge? For like a split second, I'm not sure. I don't know if you do or not. Let's just check our health, because I think we've got a fairly tough fight coming up. Right, let's see what's lurking down here. By the way, you can also see the whole city, I believe. Oh, no, you can't at the moment. Later on, you can unlock a map for the whole city. It's not that exciting, but it just shows you what sector you're in and whether you're above or below the plate. Which just kind of gets rid of any confusion for the original game It wasn't always obvious where you were. Oh, you're on hard mode now, aren't you, Craig? Yeah. You said you'd unlocked it earlier. Yeah, I think I might do a little bit of leveling once we've beaten normal before going over to hard. I think that's what they expect you to do, isn't it? Okay, here's the battle I was talking about, I think. Right, we'll get rid of some of the easier enemies first. Because they do pack a punch, they're just easy to kill. Right, and now the riot troopers, which we can defeat with fire spells.
Calling fire.
Dodge the grenades. Okay. And here comes the rest of them. And that guy with the red shield, sort of like a mini-boss. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the damage off that one if we can. The Huntsman. Kill the ads, as I'm going to call them now, colloquially. Oh, still got this security officer. The actual guys with shields guard not only themselves, but the others as well, since Cloud's sword tends to hit both. Right, there we go. Now we can focus on the Huntsman.
Burn.
Hey, Marty, thanks so much for the super chat. Do you think there will be much grinding or side quests? I think there are a whole bunch of side quests, Marty. I'm not sure about grinding yet. But I reckon there's going to be quite a bit of grinding if you want to successfully do hard mode for sure later on.
Burn.
This is a real nuisance enemy because you do need to get physical attacks in to build up your ATB quicker. But you have to get behind them to do that when they've got these shields up. Okay.
Calling fire.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, move, move, move. Okay, another fire spell. Might get this guy staggered.
Burn.
Oh, so close. No, Cloud, why are you attacking a flipping lamppost? Okay.
Let's finish this.
Wow, it's given us the option to summon when this enemy's about to die. Well, I might have to take it and just sort of chill around until then. Just so I can get to see Cactuar in action. There is dodge materia, dodge enhancing materia nil. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Right, we've got to wait for the summon gauge to fill up. Right, now we can summon. And this is Cactuar. My first time seeing this summon. Outside of the brief glimpses in the trailers. Hey, that's fantastic, Steve. I take it you're enjoying it then? Okay, so in order to use Cactuar, we need to get ATB. He will do basic attacks. Just look at him running around there. I can't attack this fella for ATB though because that will kill him. So he's got to run around. I want to see some abilities here from Cactuar. Hey, he's got his needles attack. I love it. Right, 1,000 needles. Nice. And now he's going to do his ultimate attack as well. 10,000 needles with a question mark. Yay! Thank you, Cactuar. Hey, Peter.
Unit 2. Target is surrounded. Moving to secure.
Wait. I know that.
Oh, that's good to hear, Michael. Glad you enjoyed that series. Oh, yeah, definitely the music. I love it. Oh, that's interesting, Red Mario. At least they got the design right of Cactuar, didn't they, for a DLC summon? I'm pretty sure I have, Peter, yes. Now, this is a scene that plays out very similar to the original game.
No need to assume the worst. I'm sure he's fine. You saw him in action, didn't you? Guy's a soldier. Goddamn one-man army.
You think he's a keeper?
Thank you, Empty Brain, for subbing. I haven't actually, Peter, no. I haven't completed it.
You had me worried for a minute. What the hell you been up to, huh?
Giving public security the runaround. That's what. Had to draw them away.
Oh,
from
I'm
the
loving it,
station's auto.
Jason. I really am.
Nicely done.
Well, can't argue with results, huh? What?
Hey, Super Lit Gamer 420, thanks for subbing.
Wait. Got a question for you all.
Ah, fantastic, Fushi. Made some good progress in FF8 then.
Attacked by an invisible enemy?
Yeah, see you later, Craig.
What?
Take care.
Wearing robes. Came and went like
Good
the
luck
wind.
on hard mode.
Thought they were invisible.
They were, at first. Only saw them after she grabbed me.
A new Shinra weapon, maybe?
More like a panic-induced hallucination.
Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Suit yourself. Come on, let's move up.
I reckon if they're going to remake another Final Fantasy, Harry, then that's the one that they'll be doing because it's the one they've hinted at. But Square themselves probably don't even know right now. It's going to depend on
Lucky us.
how sales are, I guess, for the Final Fantasy VII Remake during the later releases of it.
An emergency schedule is now in effect.
Okay, so we need to progress down the train, but I'm going to finish things there for today. Need to take a break, get some sleep. It is now 1:45 in the morning here in the UK, and I want to stream tomorrow, which means I need to get some beauty sleep. So we'll go for the good old manual save. Look at Cloud still rocking his flower from Aerith, despite all the encounters that we've had. Alright guys, well, appreciate everybody that stopped by for the first stream. This was the debut stream for Final Fantasy VII Remake on my channel, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series. We're going to go through the entire game, try and get the Platinum Trophy. I'll do guide videos, all of that good stuff. You know me, when I like to get my teeth sunk into a project, I tend to really get my teeth sunk in, especially if it's a Final Fantasy project. So, I should be back tomorrow, 1 PM UK time. I will schedule the stream beforehand though, so that those of you in different time zones can see when that's going to be. So just keep an eye on the channel on the live stream page, and then you can join me as well if you're able to for that one. But yeah, hope everybody has a good day, and if you're playing the game yourself, then please do enjoy. I'm sure you guys will. But have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Goodbye. Goodbye.